shirt out. There we go. How we going? What's happening? What's happening? Are we on? Are we on? I think it's working. I'm trying something different. Jason Allen. You're first, mate. First. Well done, champion. Trev Moses, Rowan Brown. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Afternoon. How are you, Mike Hyde? Hello, mate. What's happening, cuz? All right. We've got a few more coming on. All right. Still trying to get my head around that. How about my little video before? I just realised the hands. I must be part wog or something, eh? Dead set or a marriott. You know, I'm a puppeteer, working the pup. Nate Ferrugia, Lisa Skinner, CJ Davies. Here they come. Here they come. Dean Ferris. Steve Phillips. Mike Hyde. All good. Good to hear, mate. Good to hear. All right. Coming on, coming on. Good stuff. What's been happening? How was your day? Tuesday. Some of you only went back to work, I guess, this week, yesterday. A lot of people are just getting into that. So it's a kick in the ass, isn't it, after you come back from holidays? But sometimes it's good. It's definitely cheaper to be at work than at home, I reckon. It's definitely cheaper. So you got to go to work to pay the bills. And it's cheaper to be at work, because if you're not, I don't know, you're looking for things to do. You feel like it's good to have a bit of a rest, but you do feel like you need to do things from time to time. You might go shopping, do the old retail therapy thing, or just get out and about, go and see things that you wouldn't usually do. You wouldn't get time to do. You might go away. I don't know about you guys, but I don't. As a rule, just trying to get comfy here. I'm on the couch for the first time. So I got my little table set up here. I'm on the couch. I put the pen down so that doesn't distract me. Got my camera. What's that doing? It's trying to autofocus. I better be careful of that too. So I got some gear, like I said a while ago. I said I would dive in there, and now for some reason, hang on, bear with me a second. Says I got comments, but nothing coming up. So I'm still trying to work this out. The first time I've done it this way, I'm on the laptop. I got the camera. There. Now we go. And here we go. Your short is backward. Oh, it is too, mate. No. What's happened? Oh, you know what's going on, Dino. Dino, I put the backward shirt on, but this camera must reverse it back the other way. How about that? So up until now, I've used the iPad, and it's in the negative. Ah, shit. How about that? So this one must. So I got what's this thing? A Logitech web camera. I've had it for about 12 months, and I haven't used it because if you plug it into the iPad, it didn't have enough power. I don't know, something that didn't have enough power to sort of run it on top of the iPad camera. Just didn't like it, wasn't happy. So now I've got this laptop. I've got my camera out. I dug it out of the box the other day. I haven't got a lot of boxes to go through house-wise, so I got heaps of shit from the shed and that. But I actually did dig out the camera. And it spun it around. What's going on there? So I'll have to wear the normal one. That's a bit weird. Sorry, Dino. Wow. There you go. Hello, sweet cheeks. How you going, G-Bear? Good evening. Mel Black on. Evening, Laura. And it's not scrolling the comments as well. I've got to do that as well. So bear with me, guys. I don't know why. Anyway, we'll get around it. New comments. Says I've got new comments. It's not bringing them up. Here we go. If you're using a webcam, it will be the correct way. If the iPad is on selfie mode, it'll be in reverse. Have a go at old G-Bear. He's a legend. The camera is smarter than you, from Glenn and Rose Cunningham. That's not a big surprise, hey? That's not a big. Hey, mate, how are you? Nathan Rose, hello, mate. So much better, yeah. I think the quality's a heap better, eh? Even on the laptop camera, it's a bit ordinary. Put it on inside out, Steve Phillips. Nice work, mate. See what you've done there. Good work. Ronnie Shaw coming on. Jamie Kitching. All right, I shouldn't bump the screen. So I'm getting all used to everything. I've got this new little toy. I got the laptop. It's got touch screen as well, so if I can actually scroll up the screen and that. I thought if I'm going to do it, I'll do it properly, but when I do that, obviously the screen jumps. So anyway, bear with me. How are we? All getting back into it. As I said, 2020, here we come, full head of steam. I want to put out a quick, I want to say thank you. I just realised before, so sometimes you get different functions. I'm always on my bloody phone, looking at Facebook and Instagram and all the jazz, living off my phone as most people do. And the functions aren't as good, or the layouts obviously are a bit different on there compared to Facebook and that on a laptop or a PC and that. So didn't even really notice, but when I signed up on the laptop today and started setting this up for tonight, pop up with a message that I might want to do a post because I've got over 1,000 likes or followers, I guess, on the Shagga show now, guys. So I want to thank you very much. 1,056 as of last count. So I'm pretty happy with that. You know, it's just something I like doing. I like doing my own little thing. I'm going to work a little bit more to get some more people on from time to time as watching the show and just getting the word out there a bit. Sorry, I'm going to scroll through. We've got a few more evening, mate. Hey, Wayne Atterbury, Paul Helmrich, how are you, champion? Shift that blow up doll behind you. Oh, is it that obvious? Shagtastic. Bankers on as well. They're all on. They're coming on. Yeah, so let me get used to it. Let me change a few things. I don't know why those comments aren't automatically scrolling up. I've got to do that. So anyway. Yeah, so 1,056 that's pretty cool. For I'm just having a go. We might try to. I've got to look at different formats. You can look at different live formats and how you do it, how you stream and that. And I don't know how on this particular one how to bring someone on. So we'll work that out. I might even do some test runs and that at some stage. Somebody's messaging me on the phone. It's all happening. So thanks for that. Guys, if you've been watching what's going on, obviously a big event coming up down there in Sydney, and there's a bit of testing during the week. They were tested from Monday. Some of these guys are super keen, particularly a lot of the Pro Mod guys. So good to see IHRA have adopted the Pro Mod class, and that'll be in full swing this weekend in Sydney. And great to see just a variety of cars, and that's what the Pro Mod bracket's all about. That's what I hope when IHRA come to Australia, when the announcement was made that Pro Mod would be the top of the list, but it's taken a little bit of while, and obviously it still hasn't in full swing. It's a separate bracket from our Pro Slammer bracket, which isn't a bad thing, I guess, but it gives an opportunity to see some of these fantastic cars run. Actually, I just noticed, how bad's the nose, actually? Now that I've got a nice clean camera. I've got that busted nose going on, but anyway. Some of the variety of cars out testing this weekend, we've seen, thanks to Adam Nichols. Quick shout out to Adam Nichols. He's doing some live streams there from Sydney in testing. We've seen Carl Cox out there in that fantastic Mustang, already gone. Last I saw was 630, 225 mile an hour in the turbo, the Mustang, the ex-Jose Gonzalez car, the El General. We've seen the quickest radial pass in Australia over the quarter mile twice. We saw Joe Gauci go 6:22 at 2:11 yesterday from memory. Last night, I should say, and today he's gone 6:15 at 2:28. That's on a radial tyre over the quarter mile. So congratulations, Joe, and all the boys there at ProFab. They're really making it done. Maybe they're a little arrow at the top right of the console there. You to auto scroll. There you go. G-Bear's all over it. G-Bear's a bit of a guru on everything, aren't you, G-Bear? We won't go into everything. See video insights, create poll, edit post. No, we'll have a look at that later. We'll work on it. Scott Lade at home, mate. How you going, champion? Heading to Sydney? No, I'm not heading into Sydney this time, Mike. I got a pretty, I'm trying to settle in still a bit with work, and I've got a very busy February coming up, so that'll be some interruptions, I guess, work-wise. Yeah, Mitchell Road, Joe Gauci going 615, 228, just crazy. That's awesome on a radial tyre. Scott Layden saying he's trying to talk Grazzi in the Pro Mod. How cool will that be? How cool will that be? Because I don't believe that car. Oh, I don't know. I haven't had a good look at the rules for Pro Mod. So I don't know how that affects cars that maybe can't run in. Oh, no, I guess that gives it a bit of an open door, because there are cars that, for various reasons, body styles and whatever, that cannot run in Pro Slammer. And maybe that, I'm going to have to have a look. So I'll write that. Here we go. I'll write some notes for next week. Pro Mod rules. We'll have a look at them. IHRA Pro Mod rules. We'll have a look at that. But so Rob Campese out there in his Mustang too. That thing's going to rotate the earth when he gets that down the track at full steam. It was really aggressive yesterday. Saw it at one pass last night on Adam Nichols' live feed, where it just crossed the centre line in a hurry and ended up right over in the other lane, over near the wall. So that was a scary moment, no doubt, for him. But that thing is, it's good to go. It's good to go. Calvin Lyle getting in heaps of laps in his Pro Slammer. John Salemi over here from the United States, of course, his tuner and car builder. So that's awesome. It's all happened. Good luck to all those guys travelling down to Sydney this weekend. There we go. We got some more comments. Let's have a look. Who's ran IHR Pro Manager Jimbo? Just selling already up north. Good luck finding the rules. Well, that's another thing, isn't it? That's another thing. I've spoken about it, even with the powers that be on the rule book. Apparently, it's a massive expenditure to print out a rule book. I don't know. It'd be nice to have a rule book. That app, I've tried to use it numerous times. I'll be honest with you, I haven't probably for the last 6 months or even more. Whether it's better now or not, I don't know. But it's bloody hard to navigate, which is a real shame. And it makes it hard for anyone that's maybe coming into the sport, maybe or even somebody that looking at making some changes, running different brackets, stepping up. It just makes it a little bit hard sometimes. I'm not having a shot at anyone, but I will tell you that if you contact maybe the office, or if you contact the tech inspector, I know for a fact people get different answers. Clarity is not there 100%. And if you had a rule book to go back to, a physical, I don't know, maybe I know it's a bit old school, or even if something you could do it online or something. I know, like, say someone like Summit, look at Summit Racing, or look at VPW, or look at Rocket Industries. Imagine what it costs them to put out that massive book every year of all their parts in it. But it's still really awesome to go to something like that and have a hard copy of it and look at it and sort of work out where you're going and what you're doing with that. So yeah, it would be good. It would be good to have a hard copy. Whether you can, there's got to be a way. There has to be a way they can print something out. I don't know. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Talking to IHRA, so big news coming out just yesterday. Now, I haven't had a chance to talk to the big man, my Mackay family, Glenn and all the team up there. IHRA, they've gone IHRA. They're signed with IHRA to a 3-year sanction, to have IHRAs for 3 years. So that was only made yesterday. That decision was made yesterday. And I can tell you that management up there have made a decision based on a lot of information, and it's not a decision they would have made easily. But they've done that, and the implications, I've already heard a little bit of feedback from some races today. I got some messages and that from people, particularly up this way in North Queensland. It's very interesting how it will affect some races. But at the end of the day, it's probably the only decision was made. Now, like I said, I can't say too much because I haven't got the information. I haven't spoke to the people. I haven't got it from the horse's mouth, so I won't say too much. But it is, I guess, there you go, top outcome from Mick Barrett. Just give him a carton of VHT, a 6-pack and a Pro Tree. Jeez, that'd be easy. How easy would it be, Mel, if you just, can of VHT, a 6-pack and a Pro Tree? That'd be a good day out at the drags if it was that easy, wouldn't it? So some best news ever makes it cheaper for us to race from Nathan Rose. So definitely good, definitely benefits, definitely pros and cons. Time will tell. Maybe just going off my previous information, probably the hand was forced a little bit in those guys doing that. But hey, we'll see what happens. If you're an IHRA license holder, maybe we can put together, and I guess that's the plan, there's some kind of series for Queensland, at least the East Coast, maybe Springmount, Palmyra, and of course Willowbank. We'll see. We'll see what happens there, and keep an eye on this. Send me your ideas, guys. Throw some messages at me if you want, by all means, and see how you feel about that. A couple of comments coming through already, so we'll see. Interesting. Yeah, no, all happening. Good event coming out, some good stuff coming. If you stay on Facebook like I do, it's the best place to get the latest information. Bit of banter going around at the moment, which is always pretty good, but sometimes it gets a bit personal. So I want to say to a few of the guys, just we're all very passionate. We wouldn't be in the sport if we weren't, because I'll tell you what, you obviously don't do it for money. And it can be an effort. It can be a real effort to be involved in this sport at times, I can tell you. Wish Banera be followed suit. Nathan Ward saying, excellent, wish Banera be followed suit. What do you have for dinner tonight? Shagga, mate, I literally, look, I still got my plate here. I smashed down, what do I have tonight? Chicken burgers with a sweet chili garlic aioli sauce, and homemade chips and slaw. So it was bloody good. It was bloody good, except I forgot a couple of ingredients. But anyway, it was good. So I'm really getting into that, eh? Dougie Millman, how are you, mate? Well done, Willow back there last weekend before. Good to see you go down and run a PB in that. 10:51 on the Harley, so good on you, mate. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully, like I said, we can string together a series. I'm already locked in for all the events at Palmyra this year, which I'm just super pleased to do. And I can't wait to get on the microphone. Actually, I still have to wait a little while to get on the microphone. I'm itching, because it's what I love to do, guys. You know it. Hello, Fresh. Yeah, hello, Fresh. Daryl Freeman, hello, mate. Banera Club sign on. Yeah, mate, I'm getting to that. Jamie Kitchen, that's right. Cheers, bud. Dougie Millman. What was I saying? Yeah, I just want to get on the bloody mic and do my thing, and you know, I don't know. You sort of get not rusty, but I'm itching to go. Actually, my first stint this year, it's a bit of a hard time, but my first stint this year, I've got to drive down to Queensland Raceway on the 8th of February for Power Play. So with the Power Cruise guys, that's a one-day event down there. So that's my first one, not even drag racing. But still a bloody good day out. So I've got to I'm shuffling through my calendar, and I've not misplaced it, but I didn't even, I'm planning so far ahead. I'm planning into the later February, the big event in Sydney. And then I'm down there for the radio lane to watch that one, and maybe help some of the boys that I've almost tripped over this Power Play. So I'll give you some more information about that. I'll do that next week. We'll talk about Power Play and what's involved with that, and upcoming events for Power Cruise. So that'll be good. What else is happening out there at the moment, guys? What else is happening? We're talking about the fires and all that sort of stuff. If you've had an opportunity to get out there and support a cause or a company that's donating money, or well done to you guys. It's I'd hate to be in the situation for some of those people. For a fact, it's going to be a big struggle for a lot of people. So if you can help out in any way, and I know I've chipped in just a little bit because that's all I can at the moment. You can only do what you can do, but if you can help out in any way, make sure you do that. But just great to see the Australian people come together. I'm proud. I'm proud of to be an Aussie. I'm proud of what we're doing. All the bloody politicians that can jam it up their ass, and because honestly they just try and try and say what they think, that we should hear and that, but it's just a load of crap. What's really happened and what's really happened has been very impressive because how everyone's coming together. I think there was people coming. Was there a GoFundMe that's like over $50 million or something, I believe. Some of the celebrities from around the world, and let's be honest, I mean, they got plenty of coin. They don't have to, give it away and donate it. But, I've heard donations of, 500,000, I think, from Pink, and someone else gave Elton John maybe $1 million. And, that's just awesome. And it's got to be good for any of those people that are off. Sorry, got distracted there. For anyone that, could you imagine it? I can't imagine it. You speak to people and they just lose everything. I can't imagine it. Actually, it's sort of interesting today because I had a couple of things pop up over the last couple of days, Facebook memories, and they're interested. Hey, what comes up. So I had some memories come up from 2011 now. For those of you who don't know, in the Brisbane area, south side in particular, and we'll start from Toowoomba all the way down through Grantham, which was probably the worst hit area, all down through the valley there into Brisbane. Ipswich and Brisbane, we were affected by the floods, and they were massive. And once again, lots of people lost everything. Lost houses. There was a lot of lives lost, unfortunately, of course. Just a horrible time, and that popped up in my memories today because at the time I was working at Rockley, which is a suburb on the south side of Brisbane, and it's very flood prone. And the place where I was working at the time, we were just smashed by the floods. And I had a heap of my personal gear in a 20-foot container out the front of that premises, just to because I was in between houses and hadn't settled yet, so I just had some stuff in a container there, and unfortunately I lost most of that stuff in that container. But it's nothing compared to losing a house and that. But it's memories. You lose memories. My mum left me stuff when my mum moved to Tassie. She couldn't take it all with her. So she left me a lot of stuff, from my childhood and that, which is really cool. But unfortunately, I lost some of that in those floods. But like I said, it's nothing compared to losing a life or losing your whole house or all your belongings. It wasn't a great time. It wasn't a great time. You sort of. So we got floods there 9 years ago. We got bloody. All the fires going on down south at the moment. It's just all happening. Off topic, how do you do what you do on the mic and not? Did you do a course or just a natural on the mic? So Shagga, mate, thanks. Off topic, how do you do what you do on the mic and not F up? And did you do a course or just a natural on the mic with people? Mate, I'm an anxious sort of dude, I'll be honest with you. This is hard for me, not hard for me to do, but it's not easy, if that makes sense. But if you're passionate about something and if you really love something, sometimes you can overcome stuff. So I can talk a lot of shit, which is good. I can talk if I'm comfortable in a situation. I can talk if I'm in a new surroundings and that. Like if I go to say I go to a party or an event or something, there's lots of people around. I'll stick to the couple of people I know, and then might become more comfortable as the night goes on. So it's not. I wouldn't say it's easy for me to do, but the passion I think flows out. I don't know what to do without this sport. I don't know what to do without the people in this sport, what it's given me. It's got me through some tough times, just focusing on this. Years ago, it was suggested that maybe I do some commentary, and I turned it down because I thought it was a bit fuddy-duddy, I guess. I was too cool for that, maybe. I don't know. But I was also very anxious about doing it, and I come up it's been 5 years now, or nearly 6 years, I think. They were advertising at Willowbank Raceway, and mate, I just gave it a go. And I love coming and talking to you about the sport I love and the sport you love, and that's just how it works. It just flows. And just meeting people, and just having people come and say they appreciate what I do. And once again, I appreciate, so like I said, the 1,056 likes so far to the Shagga show. I get on here, I only get, don't get a lot of people on here at the moment, but that's how it is. But I thank you for chipping in, and if you've got some spare time to watch, I try not to keep it, I try not to bang on too much. And I hope you enjoy it, and I think it's good. Alf Shagga, I can't speak on the camera and mic. Mate, it's not an easy thing to do, and I tell you what, I did that 50th Winter Nationals a few years ago, and that was a full house, so, you can say 13,000, maybe more. It was full, and I did all that start line work for the show, and I stood out there on that start line, and you look at the mound and you look at the grandstand full, and you shit your pants a bit. I'll tell you, it's pretty big. Like when you're looking at 15,000 faces, looking at what you're saying or watching you on the big, seeing my big ugly mug on the big screen. It's pretty full on. It was pretty full on. I've got good memories about that. It's unfortunate that I don't do it anymore in terms of that. But what I've moved on to do is fantastic. Hey, Meg Hunter, how you going? So, Meg Hunter, guys, if you watched last week, I know a lot of you did. I put out that shout for young Chloe, and I think we got a few across the line. I think we got a few extra votes in, so I'm glad I can help there just a little bit. And like I said, wonderful young lady, and hopefully, I think the voting closed on the 10th, so hopefully she goes all right, Meg. We gave it a go, eh? We gave it a go, so hopefully that goes all right. Thank you. You're comfortable when you go to sleep. That's when I am comfortable, when I go to sleep, mate. Yeah. But I don't go to sleep too often at a drag meet. I'm usually first one there, last one to leave. I shouldn't be back at Willowbank. Who knows, man? You never know. Alf, you go right on the internet. Alf Shagga on the internet. Watch him go. Watch him go on the internet. Crowd, please, are you quick with the information? Thanks, Ronnie Shaw. Crowd, please, are you quick with the information? Yeah, I've got this little pocket in the back of my brain that I stick all my drag racing information in, and that I bring it out when I need to. Morris Allen's on, so there you go. So, Morris, good to have you on, mate. I don't know if you were trying to sneak in or not, but, mate, good to see IHRA on board up there at Palmyra now. So another feather for the cap, so to speak, and we'll see how that goes from there. Will you offer a course for racers who want to learn to talk in front of the camera and how to approach the media? Alf Shagga again. Will you offer a course for racers that want to learn to talk in front of the camera and how to approach the media? Geez, mate, I don't know if I'm qualified to do that, but I appreciate the belief there. I don't know how. I just do it, mate. I don't have any rules. I don't have any tips, I guess. Shit. I don't know, mate. Yeah, I don't know if I'm qualified to do that. There are some of these guys. Unfortunately, we lose a few of these guys to. It's not a job being a commentator. So if you want to, go anywhere, the facts are that you go to circuit racing or that sort of stuff, and you see some guys that are really done an amazing job, and they're there for a good reason, because they're just fantastic at what they do. You talk about the likes of Chad Nailon and Benny Bishop and Matt Nolte. There's others. Those guys a lot of those guys have taken it further and made it their job, and have actually done courses. Qualified in broadcasting and that sort of thing. So I don't think I'd do that, mate. I just enjoy what I'm doing. Morris Allen, hey, Shagga, all the best for the new year. And to you, mate. And to you. Hope it's going to be a cracker. 2020, here we come. It's going to be fantastic. Good handling we did. Legend. We'll be heading to Melbourne in 2 weeks. There you go. Chloe Holly are heading off to Melbourne for a fight in 2 weeks. So how good's that? For the awards, I'm guessing. Help me out there, Mick. Help me out. I'm a bit slow. Love you. Hello, Julian. How you going? Hey, Shagga. Hey, Trace. Good to have you on. Tips or Matty Loy, you nutbag. So, guys, get on all the websites, get on all the Facebook pages, and have a look at all the calendars for the year. It's busy. I've sat down and I've been doing all mine and sort of working out for the season, what I've got going on. I'd always like to be busier. We'll just keep plugging away. What else did I have? I didn't really have any more notes tonight, guys. So once again, this is my first go at live. I'm using this system on the laptop and that. Like I said, still not sure how to get people on. So anyway, we'll try that. Might have to do a couple of little tests or something. We might do that. I know there's little like programs and that you can download, so we might look into that. I'll have to wear the correct shirt next week, Dean Ferris, mate. I do apologise. I've got the backwards one on that your lovely wife made for me, but this camera flips me round. So there you go. Puts me right way up, upside down, Miss Jane. Remember our Blackboard? Muay Thai Awards. Keep you posted on the end result. That'd be fantastic. I mean, Mar's on. Hello, Mar. Here you go. What else? Simon Daly. Hello, mate. What else? What do you have coming up at the track? Benaraby this weekend. That's my nearest track. I'm like 15 minutes away from there now. That's at Gladstone here. They've been very active. A couple of new guys on the committee there. And guys, I've got to take my hat off to you. You're really pumping it. And I think that's what you need to do, using all social media, giving them, some advertising, a bit of a freshen up. If you've never been past Benaraby Raceway, there's an old frame out on the highway with an old, like a hot rod body on it and some old wheels, and it's a pretty cool old thing, and it's a bit, I've done it, and most people will pull up and have, if you're a drag racing fan or something, you'll pull up and have a photo with it. Well, the guys have gone ahead and painted that and dressed it all up, and we got checkered flags hanging off, and it just catches your eye. So, I mean, it's just those little things that are happening, which is really good. Got a few more comments coming through. Hello, Declan. How are you, mate? When are we heading off, brother? When are you heading off? Ask the Jet Boys. They always have people on. Yeah, I will. The shirt is backwards, just up north is backwards. Matty Lord. Jeez Louise. Yeah, so, I mean, that's what you have to do. You have to be proactive. You have to get people involved. We've got some new concepts coming up this year from Benaraby, which is really good to see. A lot of energy. We've got a lot of energy. I'm still talking with the guys, see if I can do some commentary work there. I will be doing some events. Some of them I'll be getting heavily involved. You'll find out more about that later on. So yeah, we'll see how we go. But I just like the new energy. The new energy is really good. Nothing against, it's good to some fresh ideas, some fresh approaches from people. This weekend is the first technically event for the year, and it's a come and try day. So they open the gates. If you're in Benaraby, if you're in Gladstone, if you know someone that's been thinking about having a go at drag racing, you can come and have a go for free. Come and have a go for free this weekend, this Saturday. So we got a few of the boys from work are pretty keen to take some bikes down there. They're working their butts off to get some ready. Got a couple of surprises coming up, so we'll see how we go with that. I might even do something yet. We'll see. Yeah, that's good. That's what we need. We need some people in the sport. How many people do you know that have come and had a look, and they've been to the drags many times, and they've never actually had a go themselves because they're a little bit scared, or they're not sure, or my car's not fast enough, or I've had a go in everything. I've raced a 21-second Gemini years ago. It was an automatic Gemini, and I used to go to the street meets at Willowbank. What have I got? Angry faces. Come on, what's going on there? I used to take a little Gemini to Willowbank street meets. It used to run 21s. It's bog stock, and I used to shift it manually. So it was auto. So I used to pull it back into low, and then into and then in the drive. And I used to do it I used to do it at 70 k's an hour. Then I used to do it at 100 k's an hour, and that's how I got my consistency. And I used to win a few races. I never won a meet, unfortunately, but it was good fun. And that's what it's all about. Great little track, no entry fees. That's exactly right. No entry fees this weekend. Shagga, got to get yourself to South Coast, Portland one day. Great track. That's where you were on the weekend, CJ Davies. Yeah, mate. I want to get it. I want to do all the tracks. I definitely plan on doing that before I'm gone. I want to get around to all the tracks. I've been to a few. So back in the day, I did Eastern Creek, Calder. I never got to go to Adelaide. Obviously Willowbank, Benaraby, Palmyra, Darwin, Springmount. That's about it. I still got to get to Perth. Obviously, and I want to get them. I want to get to Portland. I want to get to Swan Hill. I'd like to get to Mary in New Zealand. I'd like to get to America as well. I'd love to get to South Georgia, to Valdosta, Bakersfield. It's the list. This year I'm going to do some things. I've got some good people around me, like I've said. I've got some new ideas. And got some new energy. So, things I've maybe been putting off, procrastinating, whatever. I'm going to get my ass in the gear. I haven't got a passport, so I've got to do that. I've probably filled out the paperwork about 3 or 4 times over the years and just never done it. So I'll do that. Am I getting too relaxed on the couch? This is pretty good on the couch, so don't mind this. So I'll get that passport, and you never know. We'll get somewhere. I have had a little bit of Mildura, of course, Bakersfield this March. It'll be nice, mate. Probably not this March. I've got to save a bit of coin. It's cost me a bit of money to move into my own little place. A little bit self-inflicted because I haven't really skimped on stuff. I've just gone all out and got myself some good stuff that'll last, that I'm comfortable with. Good. Yeah, you know what to do. It's good to look after yourself. Being a New Zealand track, it's awesome. Hey, Shagga, it's Lincoln. Little Lincoln's on. Hello, mate. Good to have you on. We've got all the hunters on. Good to, hello, mate. How are you, champion? So I miss all you guys. So once again, I'll be down just briefly. I'm pretty much driving down, doing power play one day and driving back. It'll probably just about cost me more than it's worth, but I just love it. It's a good day, and those guys support me and I support them, so I'm looking forward to that. What else has come? What's happening in Warwick? Matty Lloyd, what have we got planned for this year? Mate, first time, I don't reckon I didn't get there. I didn't get there in 2009, a bit upset, but just the way the cards fell, I guess, I just didn't get there, and I missed some events. Some events clashed, some of my favourite events. But that's how it is. You just got to do what you got to. What's going on here? You just got to do what you got to do. Kyle Hoff jumped on before, mate. How we for 2020? We're going to see that green weapon out again. I can't wait, mate. I love that thing. How cool is it? If you get to me, I'll look after you and take you on a road trip. Might need to help to get the tailboat back on the track. You had a trip, mate, eh? You had a trip. I know it's not easy doing the whole travel thing, but gee, some people have got some stories. I used to love, remember Dragster magazine, of course, with Dave Cook and that wrote, and sometimes there used to be just some great stories in there. I remember Ben Gatt. There was a big story in there from Ben Gatt, just talking about some of his trips with Joe and the team over the years, and just some of the things they had to do. Remember they had the old bus with the Louisville grill on it, and I think it had a 460 big block Ford in it from memory. And there's stories of them, rebuilding, like doing head gaskets on the side of the road from memory and all sorts of stuff. And sometimes that's the adventure, isn't it? That and if you commit to drag racing and if you do a bit of traveling, that's your holidays as well. So you make your own fun. But there's some unreal stories out there. And, it'd be good to get all them in a book. I guess that's what I miss about the hard copy. Obviously, we get all the updates on the phone now from Facebook. Instagram and all that, on what everyone's doing and live feeds and, you know, results and that. But I do miss the old magazines and that. We were talking about it the other day because we've got the up here where I work at Harbour City Harley Davidson. Then the boys, Mark and the team, run the 8 performance engines as well, the Alpha performance engines, and we do the performance Harley engines, the M8 engines, and they're just killer. We got some packages coming, so watch out. I'm going to keep you updated on that, but it's good fun. It's just good fun for those boys to make things happen. But the latest heavy duty magazine, the white bike, which is not white at the moment because it's going through a bit of a transformation. It's getting a bit dumbed down. Poor old Fat Bob's a bit limp Bob at the moment because we've got a new project underway and we've had to pinch some bits off Fat Bob to put on that one. But that bike's in the current heavy duty magazine, 7-page write-up, and that's just cool for these guys and what they've achieved and all the work they put into that bike to have that in there. So if you're into bikes, go ahead and grab the latest heavy duty magazine and have a look at the 08 bike in there, which is really cool. And the next one will be in the magazine, I can tell you, because this thing's going to be killer. I'm really looking forward to that. I can tell you the boys are just going hammer time. Sam and the team in the workshop up here are flat out trying to get our new race bike on the track. So that's going to be interesting. What do we got? Another comment right there. Road trips are the best part. Darryl Freeman, road trips are the best part. Man. Road trips. I remember so I worked on the Top Fuel car with Mick Atherwood and Roy Smith there many moons ago. I think 97 we went to Calder for the first time. But 2000 was the memorable one because we won Top Fuel at the Nationals at Calder there. And it was a crazy time, but the trip was just unreal. So they had the old Chevy Julie with the Chaparral. It's an American trailer, which is a heavy, just massive, big, heavy things. And that old Chevy Julie had a 468 big block Chev in it that Mick had built. And that thing, you could watch the fuel gauge just fall. Like, I'm not even joking. You could watch it fall when it was under load. It was just a real weapon of a thing. But anyway, so me and my mate Gary, we decided to drive down in the ute, and we left Wednesday afternoon. We had to be down at Calder for Friday. So we left Wednesday afternoon straight after work and did the 21-hour trip straight down to Calder in Melbourne. But the guys had dramas down on the way. The starter motor died, and they had to replace the starter motor in the Chevy. And then the fuel pump died, and they put another fuel pump on it. And then at one stage, had a drum of fuel with the hose straight into the carby to make it run. And you know, at the time, it was bloody disaster. But now that you look back on it, you know, we all had a good laugh about it, and that was part of the experience. And it's a bit of a bonding experience too, because we all, you know, just all got together as a team. And it's not just about what happens on race day, it's what happens, you know, leading up to events and between events, and road trips. Road trips are cool, and you meet new people, or you catch up with people you haven't seen for a while, and you know, you might get together and have a few beers, or talk about what's happening, or meet their families, or you know, or their other halves, or their kids, or whatever. So I keep talking about it, but I love my family. I love the big drag racing family. That's what keeps me going. All right, that's about it. I've probably been banging on enough. I'm pretty happy with this setup. I'll work on it. I'll work on a few extra things here, just looking at the comments and that. Anyway, thanks for coming on, guys. Share the video if you can. It's a bit of a funny time, isn't it, in the off season? You know, I can't talk about events and that because it isn't that I'm involved in anyway, because it's just not happening at the moment. It's leading up to it. What do we got? Oh, yeah, see, I've got to be careful with that button on the screen. Might have to get the mouse out so I'm not touching the screen. Yeah, that's it. Once again, thanks for your support. I'll see if I can get a few more likes. I'll work on a few things. Guys, if you're part of you know, drag racing community or something, maybe it'd be a good opportunity. I'd love to get to other tracks and that. So maybe if somebody can help me out there, that I'm just putting it out there. You never know. You don't know if you don't ask. How about that? Good luck to everyone racing in Sydney this weekend. I'll be watching. Quick shout out to Gareth and Michelle Davies. Looking forward to you guys having another good weekend. Let's hope we can get some improvements there and get some more good times on the car. Pro Mod's going to be very interesting this weekend, I think. Shout out to the Reed race, Jim Reed Racing. Got the new HydroLink sponsorship on the top fuel car on the Black Mamba. So that's good to have a new major sponsor like that. So obviously, it's great. Night, Meg, all the best. Banker, you're a legend. Good on you, mate. We'll catch up with you soon. Guys, just send me messages. If you've got messages, I'm always happy to reply to you. And if you've got any ideas, anything you'd like me to chat about, we can do that. All right. Night all. Have a good week. Catch you next week. And on that note, hang on. I don't know where to stop there. Shagga out.